What's up, everybody? Brock here, aka the Brockness Monster, and I am back with another comic book haul. So, let's just jump right into it. Got my stack of books. This was actually picked up between two different comic shops. So, start off with a couple new comics that I picked up. We got Venom number 3. All right. Then next up, got Moon Knight number 5 from the current series. This is actually a variant. Wasn't really feeling the cover A, and they had one copy of this variant, so I picked it up instead of the cover A. And then Moon Knight number 6. So got caught up on the Moon Knight run. All right, and picked up Daredevil, the Woman Without Fear. That is the cover A, I do believe. And then got one of the variants. So I haven't read that yet. I'm excited to check that out. All right. So that was it for the new comics. Now we'll go into the back issue. So this is what we got left. So we'll start off with the dollar bin comics that I found. So first up, we've got Strife's Strike Files. So this is like a one-shot. It was kind of leading up to the Executioner's Song tie-ins. This is actually the second print. You can tell by the gold lettering. It's definitely a dollar comic, but I had actually never seen the second print, so picked it up. Also in the dollar bins, we got Cyberspace 3000. So that is part of the Marvel UK imprint. And you got a Galactus appearance on the cover there. And actually, I didn't realize this until I was rebagging and boarding. This actually has some glow-in-the-dark elements. Like, if you look at Galactus's eye, that glows. And then there's some parts like behind her guns. It was kind of odd because it's just seemingly random bits that were glow in the dark, but still kind of cool to find that. All right, and next we got Requiem for Dracula number 1. I'll be honest, I wasn't sure what this was when I picked it up. I was just like, oh, it's a Dracula book. So this is actually just a reprint of Tomb of Dracula 69 and 70, so the last 2 issues of the series, but still kind of cool in dollar bins. All right, next up was a series that I didn't even know it existed. We got Nightmare number 1. So I was never aware that he had his own series. It was a 4-issue miniseries. So there's number 2. And number 3. And unfortunately, they didn't have issue 4, so I'll have to pick that one up online. All right, next up, we got the Spectre Volume 2, Issue 3. I love these covers in the beginning issues of the Volume 2 Spectre run. Found issue 6. And we got issue 9. So that's a Magnolia cover right there. Digging that cover. That was so cool. So yeah, I'm getting to where I've got a decent amount of that run going. So, all right. Next up, we got Nightcrawler number 1. I do believe this was the first issue that was a little more than $1. I think this one was like $3. All those other ones, other than the new comics, were dollar bin finds. And we got Marvel Team Up number 40. Spider-Man and the Sons of the Tiger. All right. And some more Marvel Team Up. We got issue 109. Spider-Man and the Disco Dazzler. Gotta love that. And when I picked that up, I couldn't remember if I had that issue or not, and it turned out I didn't, so that was good. All right, and another Marvel Team Up. Got issue number 116, Spider-Man and the Valkyrie, also guest starring Thor. So pretty cool. Found some Marvel Team Up issues for that run. Next up, we've got Invincible Iron Man number 129. Just cool looking cover. It was in pretty good condition, so pick that up. Next up, we've got Fantastic Four number 159. There's really nothing key about this issue, just cool cover, Inhuman's appearance. What was kind of cool was I looked up was that this issue, the cover for this issue, was actually used in promotional materials for school supplies back then. So this actual cover was used on binders and notebooks and stuff. So that was kind of cool. It'd be kind of interesting to find one of those original notebooks. So next up, we've got Marvel 2-in-1 number 79. So this is actually the first appearance of Star Dancer. Very, very minor character. I think she may have only had like 3 appearances. So, but that's her first appearance there. Pretty cool. All right, next up, we've got Spectacular Spider-Man, number 11. So when I picked this up, this is on me because, you know, I had my phone on me. I could have looked it up. I actually already had this issue, but I didn't think I did. So now I got a duplicate, but that's okay. All right, next one. We got Spectacular Spider-Man, number 139. So this one's actually in really good condition. This is actually the origin and first cover appearance of Tombstone. His first appearance, I believe, is in Web of Spider-Man number 36, I believe. But he is not on the cover. And this is I just really dug this cover. And it's in pretty good shape. It's kind of hard to find this one in good shape just because of the almost all white background. All right, next one. We've got Iron Fist, number 10. So the condition on this one was a little lower than what I like to look for, but I went ahead and grabbed it anyway. Pretty cool cover. And of course, there is only, 15 issues in the original Volume 1 Iron Fist run. So it's a little pricey, but not super hard to pick up. So next we found a whole miniseries from Marvel from 1984. So we've got Kitty Pryde and Wolverine number 1. And this miniseries was actually all in really, really, really high grade. And I think all but one issue were newsstand copies. Yeah, so really cool to find that. So here is issue number 2. And we've got issue 3. Issue number 4. That one was a good one to find in high grade too because of the all black cover. We got issue 5. And issue number 6, which was the only one that was not a newsstand. But still really cool to find that whole miniseries and in really good shape. I have quite a few of the Marvel miniseries that they did back in the 80s. I mean, there's tons of them, but I have a decent amount of them. So next one was a book that it just made me laugh and I absolutely couldn't pass it up. It's actually in really good condition. It's like a thicker book too. So we've got Batman Returns, the official movie adaptation comic book. Could not pass that up. Just amazing. So awesome. All right, and then now we're going to get into some of the better issues I found. So we've got 5 issues here. So when I came into the comic shop, the way that this particular comic shop works, they have like a lot of their more expensive issues behind the counter in short boxes, and you basically have to ask to see them. And you can look through them at the counter there. And the guy tells me, I've got a box back here. It's stuff that just came in. And he's like, we haven't actually put it out yet. They priced it, but they hadn't actually put it out yet. So that was cool. So I first picked through that box and I found 4 issues. So the first one I found out of those was Long Shot number 3. So again, this is another one of those Marvel miniseries from the 80s. Long Shot in his own title. Number 3 is actually the first appearance of Mojo. So really happy to find that. I've always been kind of looking for this miniseries. It's gotten a little pricey, but to go with that, I found Long Shot number 1. So first appearance of Long Shot. It's also the first appearance of Spiral. So very cool. Spiral, I think, is a very underused character back then. So very cool. Happy to find those 2. Of course, they didn't have the rest of the miniseries, or I probably would have picked it up as well. We've got Daredevil number 184. That's a newsstand. Love that cover, and that's from the Frank Miller run. Just an awesome, awesome cover. All right, and then to go with that one, we've got Daredevil number 181. So that's another one I've been looking for quite a long time, and it's the death of Elektra. Of course, she ends up getting resurrected, but love finding those Daredevil Frank Miller covers. Yellow covers to boot. Gotta love that. All right, and the best find of the day between the 2 comic shops. This was a wall book. I'm not even going to try to lie and be like, oh yeah, I found this for cheap. It was a wall book. I saw it as soon as I walked in. I didn't really see the price when I first walked in. And I went ahead and did my back issue, hunting, and then decided, okay, I'm going to kick myself if I don't pick this up. Now, this is a comic that I actually already have. I thought when I looked at this in the shop, it was going to be an upgrade, but it ended up actually being about the same condition as the one I have. Found Moon Knight #1. Newsstand copy. It's in good shape. I mean, don't get me wrong, as well as my other copy. It just, at the time, I thought this one might have been a little better, but then I compared them, and they're about the same. And they're both newsstands. Perfect time to pick it up as well, I think. And I don't mind telling you what I paid. I paid $80 for this. So not bad, because right now online, last I looked, it was going for a little over 100, right around 100. And I'm sure now that the trailer has dropped, it's probably kind of went up more. Not the book that everybody really thought was going to go up, but still really happy to find that. And now I have to kind of decide, do I want 2 copies of it, or should I, try to maybe move a copy and put, filter back into the hobby. I might wait until the show comes out, kind of see what it does. I do have one more book, and the reason I waited till the end, this was an online pickup, and it just took a little extra time to get here from my other previous online pickups. I have to say, it's kind of odd. So they sent it media mail, and they sent it in this box. There's only one comic in here. So I'm not sure why they shipped it this way, but it is what it is. And while I'm opening this, just a little fun fact. So comic books are not technically media mail, and I always knew that, but I didn't really know why. So I kind of looked it up. So media mail is, reserved for books and things like that. So you would think comics would fall under that. The reason comics are not media mail is you are not supposed to send anything with advertisements media mail. Obviously, comics have it. So I got to give it to this person. It was kind of unnecessary, but we got a ton of bubble wrap, book in the middle in bubble wrap, in a bubble wrap, almost like a bubble wrap comic book bag. I have never seen that. And then more bubble wrap on the bottom. So great packaging. I'm not even complaining. Just maybe not really the most necessary thing. But yeah, as I said, this is really cool. They made essentially a larger comic book bag out of a bubble wrap sort of mailer thing. But anyway, on to the book. I was really happy to find this because I was looking it up, and it was a book that I was interested in, but people were just asking crazy prices, and come to find out, I think it was because it was on, I won't mention any names, but I'm pretty sure they featured this on one of the top 10 lists. I honestly didn't know that when I was looking for it. I was just thinking to myself, man, I thought I would be able to find this book for a pretty good price. And I'm going through, and you're looking at 60, and this is raw condition. You're looking at 60 and 80 and 100, $120. I'm thinking, what is going on? So there was one that was up for to bid on, and I went ahead and bid on it and waited. No one else bid on it, and I got it for, I believe it was $12.50 or $13.50, and it's in pretty good shape. So we've got Fantastic Four number 120. So that is the first appearance of Air Walker. He is actually a Herald of Galactus that basically takes over for Silver Surfer's place as the Herald of Galactus. And I believe it's a 3 or 4 part story arc involving, the transition or whatever. I do have issue 121. I believe I need issue 122. 122 is actually kind of not like a super famous cover, but it's the one with Galactus coming up behind a roller coaster. So need to pick that one up. But I'm very happy to find this one. All black cover, hard to get in good condition. And honestly, this is probably 8.0, maybe a 7.5. I do see there's a ding up here. And there's a couple little, very minute spine ticks. I haven't looked at the back of the book. Again, A+ packaging from the seller. I'll have to go back and look. But that was, again, not necessary, but very happy that they took the time. So there you go. Got a great deal on that one. That is the comic book haul for this, guys. I want to thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks.